I'm really delighted with what we had today, and at some moments I was really touched emotionally. I must say which moments. When I was listening entrepreneurs, few really fantastic companies that we have in Europe, and then you see the leaders behind the companies, what is even more important. Because as I said, when we were opening, we also may have a fantastic companies, but not buying the leaders altogether. So these were really European, fantastic companies, fantastic leaders. That was really, for me, so emotional. And so it's dangerous to use a word if I would be a prime minister or commissioner or president of the commission, but I would use that to say, I would definitely only do one thing: call these people and many others and ask what I can do for you. Politics is here to serve the best ideas, the best interests, and the best people in the community. And Jorn, we know that in one country, entrepreneurs can enter the president's office even without calling in advance. The one you may know. And then there is another big competitor global where also entrepreneurs are really important. And I would add also scientists, because it's now almost no difference between first and the second. So that's my first thought, because that's where is the strength and that's where is the change. And the second one is, we should not bend to pressures in implementation of the very intelligent, highly relevant Draghi's report. Everything what we are mentioning now, 28 regimes, saving and investment union, so many things going on. Let's not again find out at the end of the process that it's starting with the swan and ending as an ugly duck. Because we are champions in transforming good ideas into compromises, and the compromises are killing us. So that's kind of my take of what should be done and what's going on. And otherwise, look at the room. I mean, look what we heard. Look at the processes. Arde Gus was telling, and he's not the only one, they are moving capital from US to Europe. Me too. Because I think it's a long-term perspective as investors, is a safer, and if you look all the economic parameters, probably more promising. If you look surveys, you will see that the support for EU is highest in the last 18 years. Support for Euro is at the peak historically. And then you have Iceland that wants to join EU. I met people from Canada, from very interesting circle. I don't want to mention, but very close to someone. They said, we want Europe. So it's on us. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I would just underline that European agency theme, focus on what you control. I think that's an important takeaway. And we've heard great examples across all these different aspects of that. Damien Böselager, the member of the European Parliament, gave everyone sort of a task, right, or homework, if you like, and said, make your voices heard when it comes to, he specifically asked about the multi-annual financial framework. If you had 2 or 3 tasks for homework that you would want our participants to take home from today's discussions, task away?
To work for my objective. No, we intentionally haven't spent too much time explaining actually the most important story. This is the famous 500, Future 500, and the index and the methodology and the way how we're going to work on that. Because maybe I learned something about communication and promotion being CEO of the media group. We really now have, I think, in this room, a coalition of everyone you want to have on board to work on something. And what is that something is, I think we have 6 months ahead of the promise. Today, I think we can say finish the large research paper. We have also index, and we also have a fantastic application. It's like for the kids. You put data in, and then it comes out whether the company has strong growth potential or not. And we'll now go in the next phase to select companies country by country, and it's a huge disruptive act. Why? Because you will see the companies that will come out are not the darlings, not the usual suspects, are not the media stars, are not the biggest ones, but those that can really grow Europe and each of the countries. And you know, and I would love to end with this. How change happens. That's a fantastic book of Cass Sunstein from Harvard. We should really think about that, how change happens, why some countries are progressing so fast, others are not. What happened between EU and US in the last 10, 15 years? This was not by chance. It's only the question, do we understand? And the change happens when you have actors. A Draghi report without entrepreneurs and scientists and technologists together working is like Shakespeare's theater without main actor. You can imagine that. So once we'll have the companies we select and the entrepreneurs behind and all the teams, this is the social force we need. Let me be very open. And Damian mentioned that openly. And I mean, he's my favorite. We'll meet tomorrow to work on the conspiracy. So what you need when you want to make a change in the situation we are discussing is create alternative to what we have. And existing, I have some friends in this association, so apologies, but existing business associations, unions, and all related groups are, by objective, defending the past and the existing relationship of power, money, and structures. But if in US, they would defend a car industry in 2009 and not creating NVIDIA, what would happen is what Ford said when he was establishing car industry. He said, if I would ask people what to do, they will tell me, find the faster horses. Yeah, but we need engines, not horses. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.